Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. And I mean, what can go wrong with a fog of war puzzle that is a galaxy puzzle and zipper lines? These are some of the innovations that have been happening in Sudoku since we began. I was going to say covering it. We're not a news organization. Since we began solving puzzles online 5-6 years ago. At that time, there weren't zipper lines. If I'd ever seen a galaxy puzzle, it wasn't a Sudoku, and there certainly wasn't fog of war. So GDC also wasn't constructing puzzles at that time, but is now, and that is just a source of comfort for us all. So I'm going to look at this puzzle in a moment and see if we can work out how to solve it. That's the fun of the channel. Let's have a bit of logic tonight in this crazy mad world. Okay. Don't forget that on Patreon we've got some super bits of logic. It's not fog of war, but it is Japanese sums. It's by the Paint by Numbers Institute, Caroline's Halloween Adventure, although you do have to get finished by the 20th to be in with a chance of a prize. You can't run it up until a veil is at its thinnest on the 31st. That is on Patreon, along with all sorts of other content that we do put up there, all kinds of puzzle related stuff. And of course in our apps, you can get all sorts of puzzles, although not yet fog of war. It's coming soon. And what else have we got? We've got 𝗙𝗴 SUDOKU PAD and our merchandise, like this lovely mug. Right, let's do the rules. What does GDC want us to do? Normal Sudoku rules apply. So it wants us to put 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. But the grid is covered in fog, and placing correct digits will reveal clues in the surrounding area. Now, we have to divide the grid into galaxies, which are orthogonally connected groups of cells that have 180-degree rotational symmetry about their centers, which will be marked with a large circle. So that is a possible galaxy. The circle would be in the middle, and it would have 180-degree rotational symmetry and be orthogonally connected. Now, all cells must be part of a galaxy and no galaxies overlap. Things we ought to bear in mind are that circles are marked, the centers are always marked here, and although it says groups of cells, a galaxy can probably be one cell alone, which obeys the rules. One cell counts as a group here. Digits may not repeat in a galaxy in this puzzle. I've seen puzzles where that wasn't applicable. So they're like killer cages. Now, there are zipper galaxies, and a Z orbiting a galaxy, we can see one of those in the given cell, orbiting a galaxy center, marks a zipper galaxy where each digit and the cell rotationally opposite to it sum to the circled digit. Wow, okay, so if these two are in the same galaxy, those two cells add up to whatever's in there. Galaxy totals. If given, a digit orbiting a galaxy center shows the sum of all digits in that galaxy, so it's not always going to be given, presumably. I mean, okay, that's a fairly complicated set of rules, but we've done galaxy and zipper puzzles before and plenty of fog puzzles, so hopefully, if you've seen our output before at all, you'll have seen something like this. If you have, feel free to have a go at the puzzle. You may be able to judge from the video length how hard I'm going to find it now. I hit the wrong button there. Let's get cracking by hitting that button. There we go. Oh, idiot. Right. 15. 15 is, it is the multiple of 3 and 5. This is a zipper galaxy, so it must have other cells in it. 15 is obviously too big to be a single cell. And the circle must be a factor of 15. Now, if we were to put 3 in the circle, then remember there's a rule that digits can't repeat in a galaxy. The only digits you could put in the galaxy 1 or 2. So we can whack a 5 in. And indeed, we know that since every digit in the zipper galaxy has to be under 5 after that one, this galaxy is going to consist of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I don't know how that works. Let's have a look at 12 here. 12 and a zipper galaxy. Okay, the factors of 12 are 1, if you count that, 2, 3, 4, and 6. But 2 and 3 are nonsensical. 4 won't work because the... Oh, yeah, no, 4 won't work because of the no repeat rule. Although you could have a 1 and a 3 connected, you would run out of digits after that. So 6 is the galaxy center. Right, and that's 6. This is great. Not because I'm looking actually at the Z or the 24 there, but because that's a different galaxy. So let's color a bit. Let's make that one yellow and this one purple. And indeed that one blue. Now, the purple galaxy needs to expand because we've only got 6 into it out of its 12 total so far. The only place it can expand symmetrically, not there because of that. That's why I was pleased. So it must expand into those 2 cells, which are either 2, 4 or 1, 5, but they can't be 1, 5 by Sudoku rules. So we've completed that galaxy. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong buttons all over the place. I'm just going to draw lines around the galaxies because why? Because I can. There we go. So we've dealt with that one. Now, this one can only expand there and there. I haven't thought about its total yet. The factors of 24, though, are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. Well, 3 won't get us to the total. So this is... And 2, 4, 6 are used in the box, so that's an 8. And these 2 add up to 8, and they don't use 2, 4, 6, or 5, so they're 1 and 7. Now, this is a 3-9 pair, but this galaxy has to expand. It's got to expand into those cells. This has to be lower by the zipper rule, and that becomes a 2, and that's a 9, and we're away. Now, this galaxy is not complete. We're going to have to put a 1 and a 4 in it. Remember, there's no repeats in a galaxy. Where can they go? I think they have to go there and there. We're going to make those cells blue. That one is going to have to be a 1 because it sees 6, 2, 4. I don't think there was any way of expanding that and maintaining any symmetry at all. So I'm bounding that one. That's complete. This yellow one is not complete. And the only way it can further expand, it's already adding up to 16, is into those cells, which are either 2, 6 or 3, 5. This one can't be a 2 by Sudoku, so that one can't be a 6 by maths. Now what? The 9 is going to be in a galaxy somewhere, but I don't know which. 28, the factors again. Factors are our friends today, just like Winnie the Pooh in the last chapter of the house at Pooh Corner. Right, 1, 2, 4, and 7 are the factors of 28, I think. Oh, and 14, but that's irrelevant today. 1, 2, and 4 are seen in this row, so that's a 7. And this can only expand, well, the first place it can expand is there. These digits are a 3 and a 4 to add up to the 7. So that's now not a 3, and that's now not a 5. Now, where's it going to expand next? Since these are shut off, those are shut off. But, oh, and that's yellow, so that's shut off. So it's got to go north and south. It still won't have reached 28, by the way. We've got 7 there, a 7 there, and a 7 here, which are either 1, 6 or 2, 5. But that'll get the total up to 21. So it's got to expand further. But that now could be a long old I heptomino or a sort of S heptomino or Z. I don't know, Z I suppose is the better way of treating that. Now, this is a zipper, but it doesn't have a number. This is the first galaxy center we've exposed without a number. That makes it very hard to know what goes in it. I expect, well, I don't know. I expect the fact that it's a zipper means it has other cells in it, which will be those 2 to start with, but I'm not sure how obvious that is. Oh, okay, I'll tell you why it is obvious. This cell doesn't have a circle in it, so it's not a galaxy center. So it's got to join a galaxy. Where can its center be? Oh, it could be there. So we could have a 5-cell galaxy down here at the moment. Oh, bother. Okay. Gonna have to do something else. This is not a zipper, so we can't do the factors thing here and here. The zipper, it has to be a zipper line galaxy to do the factors thing. Is this complete? Yes, it is. We can bound that in. 24 is full. I don't know what we do next. 3, 4, 1, 2, 7. These are from 5, 6, 8, 9. Now that could be on its own. It would be quite odd to call it a zipper on its own, but I don't think we can work off odd as a reason for logic. Maybe we do need to think about these galaxy shapes. 25. 25 is going to require more than... Oh, well, straight away, where does it expand? It's got to expand, so it's got to expand that way. That's totally obvious, although I hadn't thought of it. Now, you can't get to 25 in 3 cells. This is my point. So we're going to have to expand further. But there's quite a lot of choices. Could be those cells, or it could be those cells, or it could be those. And we might even have a 7-cell galaxy here. When you have the circle in an actual cell, you must have an odd size galaxy. I doubt that's going to help us, but this is going to have to expand. This is obviously expanding, but I don't have many limits on that. However, if it expanded up that way, the 9 couldn't be in a galaxy, could it? No, well, it could only be in this galaxy, right? And if it expanded this way, well, then the 9 has ways and means of operating. So, I don't know. Okay, I'm a bit stuck here. Has this got constrained? This is either 589 or 689. Based on that, this doesn't seem very constrained. These are from, there's a 3 in these digits. Oh, that's so strange. Oh, I see. I've missed that 3 is looking at that cell. There we go. I thought there was some weird Sudoku thing going on I'd never seen before. That 3 makes this a 2. That's big. That makes this a 6. We're in an 8 galaxy there. These definitely have a 3, and that's how I spotted that. Right. A 45 galaxy is going to have all the digits in it, and because it's a zipper, none of the digits apart from the center can be higher than the center. So the 9 is the central digit. Now we get a galaxy that is not centered in a circle. Right, this 9 is going to expand that way to start with. Actually, where it can expand to is a bit limited. I'm going to color that one. Now, where can this 9 expand to? And there's a lot of cells that are out of bounds here. So those can't be reached because they would be opposite those, which are in different galaxies. My point is, and you can't go beyond these cells in rows 1, 2, 3 because you get the edge of the grid on the other side. So, I was going to say, and I think this is not necessarily right, that is the region into which we are allowed to expand this galaxy. But I'm going to extend it by 1 cell because I think that one comes into play as well. Because it could be a big old loopy S thing. Yeah, these are the digits that are available to be in this 45 galaxy. And each arm of it is going to have 4 cells out of the 7 availables. don't know, this is quite interesting. This cell. Yeah, okay, let's just have another quick look at that. We're going to have to use 4 cells. I'm wondering what galaxy this can be in. It's quite an interesting question. It can't be in the 9 galaxy. It can't reach any of the other circles we've got. For it to have, it's not a center, for it to have a symmetrically opposite cell, its center is going to have to be somewhere. Just think about this region that the 9 is expanding into 4 cells of. And then think about this cell and where it can be. Now, there is one possibility, this might be right, that the 9 is in that group. But then this would have to reach out this way. Surely its center could only now be here. But then it can't access the rest of that. I mean, it would be too big to have no repeat digits anyway. So I don't think that is right. So what I'm now going to say is that this is in... It can't have a center there. I think it's got to be in this galaxy. This is what I'm getting at. It can't be on its own because it's not got a circle marked. Because of the restrictions of the 9 that must occupy 4 of those cells, this is blocked off. It has to be blue. So I can color that blue as well. And now I cannot expand this anymore. 4 cells is the most I can use to put 14 in. It could be 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 4, 6, or 2, 3, 4, 5. But it's maxed out there, and I'm gonna draw its outline in. That's such an odd way of having to progress here. Now, this baby is now, it hasn't actually changed. Ah, what has changed? Ooh, this cell. What galaxy is that going to be in? I was going to say, does it have to be in this? But it doesn't, because it could be a 1-cell galaxy. It's under the fog. We don't know. I missed 1, 3, 4, 6 when I was listing the possibilities here, which doesn't have a 2 in it, which is reasonably interesting at the moment. Okay, let's think about this 9 again. I need to get a bit more fixated on that, I think. It's got 4 cells. Now, what I'm sort of continually noticing is it cannot take all of these 3 because they've got a 9 in as well. We can't repeat the 9. What are we going to do with this region? If we made it like that, actually maybe that does work. You get a 1-cell region in box 1. Indeed, can that be in any other region than a 1-cell region? The only way it could is being in a 3-cell region like that. And then this 9 would be like that, the shape I quite like that we posited earlier. So it's either a 1 or a 3, that one. Now, is there any, do we have to come through that cell? If we didn't have that cell as red, that would be the exact shape of the galaxy. Then you could have a 1 and a, no, you couldn't. This cell does not have a circle in, so it can't be either in a 1-cell or a 2-cell galaxy, and that's what makes that impossible. So this is red, and that's red now. Okay, well that's what we expected. It's sort of, but this digit can't be 2, 1, 7, 8, 6, or 3, and it can't be 9 now. So that's 4 or 5, and that's 4 or 5, because of the zipper symmetry. That's interesting. Now, in this region, we can't take 9 and 5. Are we coming into this region or are we not? I don't know. That 4 and 5 both see that cell. That's not very interesting, I don't think, but you never know. That can't be a 9 by Sudoku. Maybe I should have thought more about this, or how green expands. There's plenty to think about here. If that's a 4, that's a 5, that's a 4. In fact, this can't be 6 or 8. We've got only 4, 5, 9. Is that a quintuple? It is. I don't know how that's happened. Because 1, 7 and 6 are occurring already twice each in rows 4 and 5. So they're a triple here, and that's an 8. And that's been obvious for ages, and I just didn't know. Now, is that a 5? Ah, look, this cell doesn't have a circle in it, so that digit now can only be in this galaxy. There's nowhere that it could have a center. Even if its center was there, you just can't get a counterpart digit over here and connect it all up. So that is a galaxy. That cell is in that galaxy, so we can color these. That one is therefore the 9, and that one is a 5. That didn't clear any fog, which scared me for a moment, but this will, because I'm right. Yeah. So we get a 4 there now. And now in this row, that is not a 9, and therefore none of these have a 5 in. Now, do some of these have to be... Yes, this can't be red, because it's 4 or 5 now, and red's already got 4 and 5. So this galaxy is going to have to come down to here, at least. Even if it expands out there, it's going to have to come down to here. This digit cannot be a 9. That's 3 or 8. This one is, the opposite end is 1 or 6. Now, this digit could be its own galaxy. Otherwise, it's opposite that and is another 1 or 6. That seems okay. This is now 3-8 pair. That's a 9. That's going to clear fog. Oh, we've got a 35 galaxy, not a zipper, but a 35 galaxy. Well, that's got to expand, obviously, hugely. It's got to take at least, and it's been absolutely hemmed in, so we can fill that galaxy in. Oh no, it may not. Yes, it is complete, because the north end is bounded. Right, now we can complete the 9 galaxy as well, the 45 galaxy as well. Gorgeous. Okay, now we're away. Now we are away. In the 45 galaxy, this is 1 or 6, opposite 3 or 8. Then we have a 2-7 pair on the zipper here. Now, this is only 35 for 5 cells. So that means it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are from 6, 7, 8. Now, surely we can do some maths in this box. 14 there, plus 9 there is 23. I'm sure you know the secret. If you don't, join in. You're one of my favorite people. Every box adds up to 45, just like every row and column in a Sudoku, because that's the sum of 1 to 9. Now, 14 plus 9 is 23. These others are going to add to 22. That is not going to involve 2 and 1, or you couldn't get there. So it's going to involve all of 8, 7, 6 and a 1. So I can start filling in digits here. 1, and that's not 2, that's 7. And these are in the same box. They're a 6, 8 pair. Now this cage galaxy contains 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not zipper, so we can't say that the center adds up to 7. But that's a 7. That's become a 2 on the zipper. That's a 6 by Sudoku. On the zipper, we get 3 and 8 here. That's a 6 by Sudoku with a 1 there. That's a 4 by Sudoku. And that's a 5 by galaxy rules. Now, 5 in the blue galaxy is there. That's a 2 because it sees 4 and 3. So this would have worked as a sort of zipper, but it would have required explaining. Then there's a 3, 4 pair that amazingly are not resolved as far as I can see. Oh, we've started to get galaxy cores without Z's or numbers. That shows we're getting on well in the puzzle. That's how I'm going to take that. This is not a 2. Oh, this had to expand still, the green region. Ah, and what is 8 in? Because there's no circle there or there. Does 8 have to join the 9? Otherwise it could have a center there, but it couldn't get... Oh no, the opposite thing is impossible. Couldn't possibly have a center. No, 8 has to be in the blue galaxy with a 1 up here that will clear fog. Excellent. That's become a 4 by Sudoku. There's probably lots of Sudoku just hanging out, waiting to be done now. 1, 4, 9, 5, 8. This still has to expand, the green, either there or there. And remember, the digits are known. They are going to be 1, 2, 5, and 6. If it expanded there, that would have to be a 6. Or there, it would have to be a 5. I'm just seeing what else that sees. Down here, there are very fewer restrictions, although here it would have to be a 2 or a 6. I don't know. Does that mean I can work it out? This isn't a 1, so that's not a 6. This is 6 or 5, and that's 1 or 2. And then that could be 5, 6, 1, 2, or 6, 5, 2, 1. How frustrating. Those are both viable. I can't see why I can decide one way or other. Right, by Sudoku, that is 7 or 9, but it doesn't really, it's not a zipper, it's not got a number. This has got a number. Oh, and this is a galaxy, obviously, and I was going to say it's clearly constrained, but no, it could take that cell and that one. This one now must expand north-south. Make that green. It's a 35, so it's got to go further, and it can't go there, and it can't go there, so it must go here and here, and it must be complete, because there's nowhere for it to go, because all the symmetrical counterparts are impossible. So that is complete, and as it's 35, yet again, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, it's just clever, isn't it? That's really nice, GDC. Now, coming down here, that's an 8. Good. 5, 7, that is 3 or 4, that is 3 or 4. In this column, we've got a 6, 9 pair. Yellow, well, what's this in? Clearly it is in yellow now, is the answer. So yellow is now complete. And now, what is that in? It's in a 5-cell galaxy that is clearly complete because it's been constrained on the left. Now, the 25 had to expand. On the left side, that can only be here. So that is complete. What is this in? I think it's got to be in a galaxy with a center here. Because it's got to be under the fog? Yes. It's not in that or that. It's got to be under the fog. And if you went further away than that, you couldn't find a counterpart cell. So that is part of a galaxy. Isn't that interesting that you can get that much of a totally unknown galaxy done? That hasn't fixed green, of course. That would be too much to ask. Now, 6, 8, 5, 9. Oh, we've got to put a 1 in column 1, and we can't put it in yellow, so it goes there. These are from 2, 3, 4. 25. Can we use that, or do we do something else first? I am enjoying this experience. This is good fun. But we've still got... Oh, that yellow was complete because it couldn't go any further on the left. That's so weird. I haven't seen the circle, and yet I've been able to complete the galaxy. This one could have those digits, but no more, or just itself. Oh, this must be really easy at this point. What am I doing? What am I doing? That, okay, 25. Let's focus on that. 25 total plus 4 is 29. These others add up to 16. That is 3, 7, or 8. This one is 2, 5, 7, or 9. But this has a lot of possibilities. That's not really very helpful. Okay, let's look up the central column. That digit is 1 or 5. This one is 2, 7, or 9. how does this resolve? I'm sure I'm nearly done. Okay, it's this, isn't it? Yes, it is. Right. None of these can be 1 or 2. So we've got a 1-2 pair going on down here. The 5, and therefore a 5-6 pair up at the top. Yeah, none of these cells can be 1 or 2. So this green needs its 1, 2 down here. The 1 is in one of those cells. And that means 6 is in one of those. The 5 is in one of those two. And that means the 2 is in one of those. And maybe I can use that. I can. That's so bizarre. Right, that knocks 2 out of there. Puts the 2 in box 7 there. Does it not? Yes, that places the 2 in the bottom row here. That's going to clear some fog, but it doesn't reveal anything. But that can't be a 2. Now we've got a 7-9 pair, and this is 1 or 5 in the 25 cage. And now these outies, which we're going to add to 16, we can deduct 2, and these 2 have to add to 14. Let me check the maths. 25, 29, 31. To get to 45, those 2 add to 14. This can only be an 8, because it can't be a double 7. So 8 there, 6 there. That's so clever. That is so clever. That sorts out 9 and 6 here. Now, these are from, well, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 to place. I don't know quite how that's going to work. Oh, there was a 5 in one of those cells. So this digit is a 1, and that one is a 5. 1, 7, 9. This is a 3, 4, 8 triple. Don't know much about how it's formed. These are from 1, 7, 9, but that one can't be a 1. Oh, it's still messing with me. 3 or 7, 3, 6, 7. I don't know why I'm just entering these. Let's just do something sensible. There must be something sensible to do, and it probably involves finishing off green. 5 in one of those, 6 in one of those. 1, 4, 5, 6. 6, 1, 2. There's a 4 in one of those two. It all gets a lot harder, this, when there's no zipper toe. Oh, there was a zipper there. Or maybe I have to divide these galaxies. So if that green went like that, down here you'd have a 2-cell galaxy and a 1-cell galaxy under the fog. If it went like that, you would have a 3-cell galaxy. So what about up here? Okay. Apart from, we've got to finish off green. We might have to finish off blue. We don't know that for sure, but we've got to finish off green by 1 cell. This what color is it? Orange, is either 1 or 3 cells. But then everything else has got a center under the galaxy, a galaxy center under the fog. If this wasn't blue, that would be its center. Or no, it could be there. Oh, I don't know. This is getting confusing. That can't be a 4. This is 3, 5, or 8. I don't see how the numbers are actually going to help anything at this point, unless I suddenly find a number by Sudoku, and it clears some fog, of course. That can happen in this sort of puzzle. That is 5 or 9. See, if that turned out to be 5, then I'd have placed 5 in green. That would be interesting. 1, 6, 8, 2. I'm looking along the bottom. That is 3 or 7. That's 5 or 9. But this could be any digit available along the bottom. Maybe it's this box. 1, 2, 3, 6. We've got to place an 8 somewhere in the box. It's got to be there. That's going to clear some fog. Oh, haven't seen that. Ah, there we go. This is a right. Now we know about green. Bingo. So green, that is complete. No, green is now, yeah, that's right. Green completes there. So that's the 6, and that's the 5. Oh, it's taken ages, sorry. 1, 2. Now purple is complete in this just tiny little bit here. Blue is also complete. And that's going to say something about row 1, column 9 in a moment. This is on its own. Tiny little galaxy in the corner, poor little fella. Now, these are from 1, 3, 7. Oh no, I got that 4, so this is a 3. That's a 7, that's a 5, 7, 9, 1, 3. Box 8 is finished. 4, 6, 9 here, I can just fill them in now. There's my cursor there, okay. 3, 5, 7 at the bottom, that's a 5. Oh, weirdly, I don't know how the others fall out. But up here, I've got 2 and 8, which I can fill in by Sudoku. Oh, we didn't get a galaxy center there. So this digit is in that galaxy. And therefore, it's not orange. That's intriguing. This is another new purple. So it has to come out there, which is here. Then it has to join here. There is a galaxy. It's not allowed repeats, so I can fill in these digits. 3, 4. That little orange has become its own one on its own. There we go. That is the galaxy map complete. Let's give that a light blue color. And now we can just do the Sudoku, thank goodness. 3, 7, 9 to place. I'm sure we can just do the Sudoku. That's a 7. That's a 1. This is known. That is an 8. 6 and 8 over here are done. This is done somehow. There's a 3, 7 pair there, making that a 4. I'm sure that was overcomplicating things. We didn't get a 3 in the corner there. This is 3 or 7. We are going to get a 3 in the corner on the right hand side of the grid, but that's in a box. So that's 7. That's 9 and 7. 3 and 9 and 7, and we finish in our white galaxy. Let's give it a color with 3 in the corner, and that's 3 in the corner. Oh, and look at the time, 33:31. If I'd waited 2 more seconds, that would have been very. And look, solve counter says it's been up for 33 days. Excellent. Well, there we go. Is 𝗙𝗴 a zodiac sign, GDC? No, it's not, but it is a lovely puzzle, and I enjoyed that a lot. That's very clever. Yeah, either there were intricate bits there, or I was missing reasonably big logical leaps that were available. You will no doubt tell me if it was the latter in the comments. Thank you for watching, though. It's always a pleasure to have your company. I hope to see you again soon on the channel. Let's do more logic together. Bye for now.